Richard, do you remember the first one you ever wrote?
Twopence a bag.
That's the
That is
first.
the first song we ever wrote for Mary Poppins.
Go figure.
Really?
And I'll tell you why. Truly, it's the heartbeat of the entire movie. Because it doesn't take much to do the right thing, to do a nice thing, to do a kind thing, to give a little love. It doesn't take much, tuppence. And you told me a story once about when you were a young girl. I think it was one of your first West End shows or something. And your mom was taking you into the backstage.
Yes.
And you passed a flower.
Yes, it's true. It's a true story. I was 12 years old. It was the first professional big show I'd ever done, and I was this big on an item on the bill. And on opening night, my mother was taking me to the theatre, and we passed a real English flower seller, just like she is in Poppins. And my mother said, I'll buy you some flowers for luck. And the flower lady said, well, what do you want the luck for, dearie? And my mother said, well, see that little tiny name at the bottom of the poster? She's opening in the show tonight. And the flower lady said, well, then you're not going to buy those flowers. They're going to be a present from me, and they will bring you luck. And she gave me a beautiful bunch of real English violets. And they've kind of been a symbolic luck flower for me ever since.
That was a tuppence a bag. She was giving you that tuppence a bag. So it has nothing to do with birds' crumbs. It has to do with kindness and love. And basically we came in with several songs for Walt to hear. And then after we were through playing the stuff that we had done and telling how we thought the picture could go, he said, play that Bird Lady song again. Yeah, he didn't remember what it was. So I said, okay, and I sang for him. And yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? I'll never forget that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
He understood what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And after that meeting, he put us under contract, because we were not under contract.
Oh,
He
really?
said, I want you to stay and develop this show. I have a lot of work for you to do here, but I want you to develop this movie. And that's when we started.
So that was the catalyst that did
This
it.
was
Yeah.
it. But Feed the Bird got to him. He loved it.
Feed the birds twopence a bag, twopence, twopence, twopence a bag.
And Walt Disney gave that tuppence a bag with the lady who played the bird woman. Her name was
Jane?
Jane Darwell. And what happened was Walt said, I know the perfect person to play this part, if she'll do it. She's old and frail, but I want her to do it. And Walt...
Was that the last thing she ever did?
Yes, it was. And she died soon after she did it. But they sent a special car for her. They treated her like a star. Walt came down to the sound stage to see her. She was so thrilled and happy. She cried because she said Walt Disney was so kind to her. That was giving that
Tuppence.
tuppence a bag.
I think that when you think about it, it's what the whole studio was all about. There was a quality to the
In those
studio.
days.
They were kind, they were gentle. I mean, I'd never made a movie before, and they were so tender with me. I was so scared, and I had no idea what I was doing. And
Well, they didn't look at the list of credits. They looked at you as a human being.
They did.
As a
They
person.
did, yeah.
And that's what they treated Bob and myself the same way. Walt gave us the most important picture on the lot, and we were unproven. I mean, we had been writing songs, but we'd never done a musical, and so it was the greatest opportunity for us.
But didn't you know when you first heard the stuff that was dead right for the story?
Oh, did I ever?
Yeah.
Oh, I said I was talking about it for days. You're not going to believe what I just saw and heard.